Hello, this is Susan Duclos with Before It's News and Wake Up America. It's January 6, 2014, and you will not believe the Voice of Russia headline I just found. Fukushima worker confessions. Adhesive tape used to deal with increase of radioactive water. In the first days of January 2014, Tokyo Electric Power Company, TEPCO, launched preparations for cleaning the drainage system of the crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant, holding more than 20,000 tons of highly radioactive water. Meanwhile, a Japanese worker says he's not surprised at so many radioactive water leaks from Fukushima water storage tanks. Yoshitatsu Yuichi, 48, an auto mechanic and tour bus driver, was sent to work at the Fukushima plant along with other workers from the Okinawa prefecture for 6 months in 2012, according to the Asahi Shimbun newspaper. The workers were sent to various areas of the devastated plant, including the highly contaminated ones codenamed H3. Yuichi was part of a team tasked with building new tanks for radioactive water. He and his fellow workers were under such pressure to do it quickly, they did not wait for dry conditions to apply anti-rust coating over bolts and around seams as they were supposed to. Yuichi recalled with disgust the disregard for worker safety, the makeshift plans, and the cost-cutting measures, including the use of adhesive tape on key equipment. And people wonder why there's a movement out there saying TEPCO should not be responsible for dealing with the Fukushima problem. But back to the story. I couldn't believe that such slipshod work was being done, even if it was part of a stopgap measure, the man told the newspaper. One rainy October day, Yuichi and another worker were instructed to cover the openings of about 6 storage tanks that lacked their top lids. They put on yellow raincoats over the protective gear, headed for the E sector close to the H3 area. When Yuichi climbed to the top of a 10-meter tall storage tank, he saw white adhesive tape covering an opening about 30 centimeters across. The tape was all that separated him from radioactive water, only 50 centimeters below. As he used the blade to remove the tape, his legs trembled at the sight of raindrops hitting the water's surface, Yuichi said. Yuichi applied a sealing agent on the opening, fit a steel lid he had brought with him, fastened it with 4 bolts as he had been instructed to, but he saw that there were 8 bolt holes. Yuichi's colleagues told him that the use of adhesive tape was part of makeshift measures devised to deal with increasing water leaks, but he saw signs of cost-slashing, shoddy work all around him. For example, wire nets were used instead of reinforcing bars during the construction of concrete foundations for water storage tanks, and waterproof sheets were applied along the joints inside flange-type cylindrical tanks in order to save on sealing agent. Little wonder some of those tanks began leaking radioactive water. Yuichi also claimed that many second-hand materials were in use. Workers were told to keep away from the water storage tanks, which had high radiation levels, so Yuichi wore a raincoat even on sunny days to block radiation when he had to go near highly radioactive water. Taisei Corporation, the prime contractor for the work project, declined to comment. We're implementing and supervising work projects in an appropriate manner. If they consider this appropriate, then it's no wonder that why this has become a global catastrophe. Thank you for listening.